Alaska Governor Sarah Palin and the investigation into whether or not she abused her power by firing a state trooper. For more on the report of the investigation, let's turn now to CNN's legal analyst, Sunny Hostin, who joins us live from New York. You know, Sunny, we've been hearing a lot about this investigation. The brother-in-law, when did they get divorced, all of this stuff. Can you help us break it down?
Absolutely, and you're right. We've been hearing a lot about this investigation. What is important to note is that this investigation started in July, way before Palin was on the National Republican ticket. And what they found, it was a former prosecutor that headed this investigation. I have to say there's a 263-page report of findings. It's been very thoroughly done. And they did find that the governor of Alaska, Governor Sarah Palin, violated the Alaska Executive Branch Ethics Act. They found that, unfortunately, she acted unethically and that she made several calls to subordinates trying to get her former brother-in-law fired. And I think what is most shocking about this report is the role of Todd Palin. There are pages and pages of the report dedicated to all that Todd Palin did. Apparently, the Public Safety Commissioner was called to the governor's office, and instead of meeting with the governor, he was forced to meet with Todd Palin. Todd Palin apparently made over 20 some odd phone calls trying to get his former brother-in-law fired. So I think what is really interesting to note is who is Todd Palin. There's been much discussion about Sarah Palin and her background, but we know now that Todd Palin was very and is very active in his wife's administration. And one thing that I really found fascinating, if you look at his answer to the subpoena, and he refused to testify in front of the committee, Nicole, but what he did say in an affidavit answering the subpoena was, I have heard criticism that I am too involved with my wife's administration. My wife and I are very close. We are each other's best friend, and I have helped her at every stage in her career the best I can, and she has helped me. And he stands by that, stands by his decision to be extremely involved in her administration, and thus really leading to one of the huge factors in her finding that she was unethical.
So he's standing by her, as we just saw from that statement, but of course he is still a private citizen. Yes, there are connotations that he acted with her perhaps unethically, but what could this mean for Sarah Palin herself? She is the governor. Could she be impeached? Could she be fired?
And that's the question that's on everyone's mind. I think the answer to it is nothing is going to happen before this election, Nicole. Nothing is going to happen, but a couple of things could happen to her. She certainly could be censured by the legislature, which is not, it's a pretty big deal. The other thing that could happen is that this could be then referred to the Personnel Board, and if they find that she violated state law, which is what this would be referred to the Senate President for disciplinary action. She could be disciplined in a variety of ways, including being fined. So this is by no means over at all for the governor, and we know now that there is also another investigation pending by the Personnel Board. So this is, in my view, just the very beginning of this investigation, not the end of it.
Yeah, just the tip of the iceberg, it looks like. Sunny Hostin live for us in New York. Sunny, thanks so much for breaking it down. We appreciate it.
Thank you.